Sir Steve Hansen believes the next tour to South Africa could become one of the biggest tests of the All Blacks under new head coach Dave Rennie, but not only because of the challenge posed by the Springboks on the field. According to the legendary former coach, the greatest battle may begin long before the opening whistle, as the team works to maintain unity within an unusually large touring squad. With Rennie expected to name a 44-man squad, significantly bigger than the group used during the Nations Championship, the coaching staff will face a unique challenge of keeping every player connected, motivated, and committed to a single purpose. The expanded squad is necessary because the tour will include multiple matches, giving opportunities to a wider group of players, but it also increases the risk of divisions forming between those expected to play Test rugby and those selected for midweek fixtures. Hansen, who guided the All Blacks to remarkable success during his coaching career, explained that once players begin to separate into different groups, even unintentionally, it becomes much harder to maintain the culture that has defined New Zealand rugby for decades. He emphasized that every individual, regardless of their role, must continue to feel like an essential part of the same team. During previous tours, the All Blacks built their reputation not only through outstanding performances but also through a strong internal culture where every player understood the importance of supporting one another. Hansen believes this philosophy will once again be tested in South Africa, where travel schedules, different match preparations, and separate training groups could naturally create distance between players. He described the importance of relationships inside the squad, saying that the team must avoid becoming divided into smaller groups based on provincial backgrounds or playing roles. Instead of seeing themselves as representatives of individual franchises, every player must remember that wearing the black jersey means belonging to something much bigger. The legendary coach explained that leadership is not only the responsibility of the coaching staff but also of the senior players who set the standards every day. Experienced members of the squad are expected to welcome younger players, help them settle into the environment, and ensure they never feel isolated. According to Hansen, creating this atmosphere requires deliberate effort because a successful team culture never develops automatically. It is built through everyday conversations, shared experiences, and a commitment from everyone involved to put the team ahead of individual ambitions. One figure who could play a particularly important role during this process is Gilbert Enoka, the respected leadership and mental performance coach who has rejoined the All Blacks under Dave Rennie. Enoka earned widespread respect for his contribution during New Zealand's successful World Cup campaigns in 2011 and 2015, where his focus on mental preparation and team culture became a valuable part of the team's identity. His return is viewed as another important step in strengthening the environment around the players, especially during a demanding overseas tour where physical and emotional pressures can quickly increase. Hansen believes that Enoka's experience will help reinforce the values that have long defined the All Blacks. Encouraging players to remain connected despite the inevitable challenges of a long campaign. At the same time, Dave Rennie faces an important opportunity to shape the future direction of the national side. Managing a large squad requires more than selecting talented athletes. It demands careful communication, fairness in decision-making, and the ability to keep every player engaged even if they are not part of the starting lineup each week. Every training session, team meeting, and off-field interaction contributes to the overall atmosphere, making leadership just as important as tactics. While supporters will naturally focus on the exciting contests against the Springboks, much of the team's success could depend on the work taking place behind the scenes. Building trust, maintaining belief, and creating an environment where every player feels valued may ultimately become one of the defining stories of the tour. As anticipation continues to grow ahead of the squad announcement, the comments from Sir Steve Hansen provide an insightful reminder that elite rugby is about far more than physical ability or technical skill. The strongest teams are often those that remain united when facing pressure, uncertainty, and constant competition for places. If the All Blacks can preserve that famous sense of togetherness throughout one of rugby's toughest tours, they will give themselves the best possible chance of performing at the highest level against one of the sport's greatest rivals. The coming weeks will reveal how Dave Rennie, his coaching staff, and the players respond to that challenge, but one message from Hansen stands above everything else. No matter how large the squad becomes or how demanding the schedule may be, success will always begin with one united team. Sir Steve Hansen believes the